All right, KDG, you here?
Yeah.
KDG 1987. Why you add the whole 1987? Why didn't just KDG 87?
Because.
Is 19 necessary?
Yes.
Okay. To each his own. I'll report your gamer tag later. Ronisha?
What's up?
Ronisha, I don't even know why she has the O2 on the end of her name. But
I already told you about that, and I don't like going into it. It's the same thing as the name.
Tell me about the O2?
Yeah, that's
I don't remember.
that's the way.
You know, y'all women be talking too much, so I can't intake all the information.
She
Suck my
passed
dick.
away 2 months after she graduated, and we graduated in 2002. So, yeah. So it's a happy time, and then it
was going on 20 years and a couple years then for y'all.
Yeah. Best friend of mine.
What was going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is KDG 1987 with the whole 1987 and Ronisha O2, and now you know what the O2 stands for. Welcome to We Are the Initiated, and best believe that we are the initiated. You understand? Today we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna have 2 topics instead of our usual 3. Normally we do 2 gaming and then a real life topic, but we're gonna have 2 episodes for y'all today. So we're gonna do 1 and 1, or most likely 2 episodes. It's gonna be 1 of each. And each one, we might do another one.
Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off. We have to do this the Ish O2 way. Let me tell you something. If you got kids, put them to bed. Put them outside the room. Don't let them hear this, because we're going to be exclusive. We are R-rated, M-rated, PG. We ain't PG rated, but we grown folks rated. So if you don't like the style that we talk and what we say, then you need to hang up the phone and get the bed somewhere. All right.
That's a Isha with her weekly disclaimer. That's our disclaimer. That's our warning. You know what I mean? That's her warning to let y'all know that she gonna speak her mind. She gonna use whatever words necessary. You understand? She ain't gonna sugarcoat it. So today's 2 topics. Starting with topic 1 is the gaming community. Now, KDG, for y'all, those of you who don't know, let me explain a little bit. She's just kind of getting into games, or maybe back into games after a long period of time. So she might not have a lot to say about certain gaming topics.
I'm part of the trash.
What?
No. So with that, well, when I say certain things or give the context to certain things, it's almost like a carpet effect. Anybody should have an opinion on it, but there are certain things that you have to be in the know. If we talk about a specific game, maybe then no, she probably wouldn't have any input on that specific game. But if I'm talking about a community, when I lay out the context, I believe that you will have an opinion on it, just from even. Because it's relative to other communities. It's not just the gaming community. Real life communities are the same way. So she'll be here a lot of the times. Again, she probably won't have any input sometimes or whatever, any valuable information to add on a specific gaming topic. But she's normally always here for the real life shit. She normally starts all the real life shit. I'm keeping it real. But today's gaming topic is the gaming community. Now, context, right? A lot of shit has been going on in gaming, and let's not forget this. We're gonna build this foundation. The gaming industry is $1 billion industry. That's facts. Billions and billions, and I don't mean like maybe 10, 15. For those of you who don't know, GTA 5 is one game. And it's made billions. At one point in time, it was bringing in almost, I think, an average of 300 million every 3 months. Fortnite did the same thing for 3 months. No, we're talking about GTA has been out for 7 years.
500 billion.
7 years. So if that one game could bring in $300 million every 3 months, and it's been 7 years. Now, of course, you know what I mean? You got fluctuations. So let's say it dropped off the last 3. So let's say for 4 years straight, it made $300 million every 3 months. That's $1.2 billion a year. Just that one game. So when I say billions, I'm not talking about on the low scale of billions. We're talking about way close on the higher scale of billions. Right? The game community has been upset for a while, 5 to 10 years, like exclusively. Like, it's really been bad. These last 5 have been getting really bad. In the last maybe couple years, people have almost hit their ceilings.
Yeah, we
My problem is
copy and pasting. We tired of you bringing out extra zombie games. Give me a new fucking game. That's all I'm asking.
Nah, they ain't fucking with you.
Fix
The
it.
gaming community, for as much as we spend and as loyal as they are, because some people will mess with a franchise and only mess with that franchise. Again, I have a couple people that's close friends of mine, along with my little brother, who only buys about 2 games a year. And they gonna buy it every year because they only play those 2 games. Right? That's loyalty. For the past 10 years, they buy your game every year, no matter what. Because that's the only thing that they play. That's loyalty. Right? So you have a loyal fan base and you have a big ass fan base. But my problem with the gaming community is we don't stick together. Our communities are trash. The gaming community as a whole is trash. And it's relative to communities outside of video game. The music industry community trash. Celebrity community is trash. Real life communities are trash. Political communities are trash. In this particular case, the gaming community are trash. We talk a lot of shit. We on certain forums or certain platforms, but when it comes to action, we don't do nothing. We're very divided. Whether it's the PlayStation community is for them, Xbox community for them, PC community saying fuck both of y'all because we better than y'all, and then they got their own thing. If somebody says, hey man, this game is bad, people still buy the game instead of us all coming together like, hey, this game is bad. They putting in these things that shouldn't be allowed in games. But the other people that's like, hey, I don't even buy that game, so I'm not worried about it. But you should be worried about it. Because the bullshit that's in that game, as long as people keep buying it, can spread to that company's other games. Because they know people are still going to buy it. So if something happens in a particular game, we all should be on board like, no, that's a no-go. I don't even play the game, but I'm going to ride with y'all because I'm thinking that from my perspective, if I did play that game, I wouldn't like it. That's bullshit. I'm going to give a quick example, right? With the Madden situation, this is why everybody should be on the hashtag NFL Drop EA to stop that copy and paste shit. Because the copy and paste goes beyond just Madden football. It's in a lot of games. We should be banding together, say, no, we ain't supporting that game. Stop selling that game. If you got the motherfucker, sell it, take it back, whatever the case is, we ain't buying it. So they can get their shit together. Now, I say that to say, in UFC 4 came out maybe a couple weeks ago now, something like that. I can't remember that exact date. And UFC 4, right, I guess it was decent on release. 2 weeks after it released, right? And this is another shady practice that companies are starting to do now, so it don't affect the initial sales. Okay, you don't know, but it's kind of like movies. They base how good a movie is going to do and where it's ranked at based on the initial sales. This is why movies be like, oh man, what we do our first weekend. Yeah, everything else counts, but it's how much we get that first weekend. That's the excitement for it. Games are the same way. So they don't want to do bad shit, quote unquote, to affect their sales in the first 2 weeks, because that's when they're going to get a lot of money. So they've been doing sneaky shit like this. UFC 4 comes out. 2 weeks later, a guy is playing it. There's a movie ad in the game that takes up the screen. Now he was looking like, hold on, what the fuck is this? Playing the game. I think he finished the match. It came down to going into the end, the little end animation after you finish the match and your character celebrating. The TV show, I think it was for advertising for The Boys, pop up, which is an Amazon TV show. It's actually a good show though. But it pops up over the screen. An ad You bought this game for $60, and now you have ads in games like it's a streaming service. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. So now you want $60. That's what people are paying you for this finished product. Now you adding microtransactions in the games, along with adding battle passes in games, trying to get more money. And now you want to stream ads in people's games so you can get more money. Again, that's a no-go. That's a no-go. We need to ban that shit all the way across the board. Even if you don't play UFC. Even if you don't play UFC. I said to say the community as a whole, in my personal opinion, is not going to do shit. I haven't seen much else about the UFC situation. But that just showed me how trash our community is and how divided and separated our gaming community is as a whole. And we make up a corporation or industry that's worth hundreds, if not hundreds of billions of dollars. Horrible community. Horrible. What y'all got to say about this? Now, you ain't got to talk about UFC, but what do you think about the gaming community as a whole? Aisha, where you at?
I'm right here. I'm getting ready. One thing I'm gonna say is, I met you on Payday 2, and we were not in a we were in a not a party chat, but we were in a gaming chat. And I think that everybody should, maybe a few times in a while, go inside the game chat to talk to people instead of always hanging out with the usual friends. That's the way I feel. I'm like you, if we stop buying those particular games, we wouldn't have problems like we have now, because the people who make the games will fix their problems. That's how I look at it. Like I said before, I'm tired of the lag. We want new games. We don't want no copy paste shit. For us as gamers, we do need to band together. That's all I'm saying about that.
And the other part of the community, going off what Isha said, is the separation when it comes to playing games. We're not even a community in-game no more. Like, in-game chat is almost like obsolete, keeping it real. In-game chat is almost obsolete. Majority of people on your friends list you met from in-game chat at some point in time. I'm not telling people don't be in in-game chat. I be in my party chats a lot of times. It really just depends on the game or the mode that you're playing. If you're playing something co-op, you should try to be in-game. You need to try to be in-game chat. Unless all of you or majority of you in that co-op game are in the party together. Then if y'all just in a friend's party, then you don't need to be in game chat because y'all in the party, but you're still communicating with your teammates, or at least majority of your teammates. If not, you need to be in the game chat. How are we supposed to be a team and work as a team when only 2 people in here out of us 4 or 5 or 6 people even got their mics on, and then we're not even talking to each other, and the other 4 people either don't have mics at all or they in their own parties doing their own thing? How are you supposed to work together as a team? You get shot in the back, somebody come around the corner, now I get shot in the back. Why? Because you didn't have a mic to say anything to me. You didn't warn me. I done wiped out whole teams sometimes because nobody tell the other people.
My thing, it could go either or with that, because me and you, we could afford to do that. But you got people that's like 14, 15 years old, and they're asking their moms. We even go younger than 12, 13 years old. They're asking their mom, "Hey, mom, can you buy this? Mom, can you buy that?" And she's looking at the headset, the Xbox headsets. They're not typically cheap. They $100 to $300 for a pair of headsets. So mama's like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer somewhere to live, or would you prefer to talk to your friends on Xbox? You know.
But here's the kicker to that.
Yeah.
Every time I bought my Xbox One new, it came with a headset.
Mm-hmm.
It came with a headset. The Xbox
my
controller
didn't come with a headset, but I got a headset on Amazon for $10. So
you get cheaper headsets.
We're talking about kids too. The majority that plays this is kids and, adults that maybe 30, 40, 50 years old. But if you got those younger generations and they just in it, oh yeah, I'm playing basketball or whatever, they asking their moms for it. You don't know that you're playing with a little kid. That's one thing. So you gotta look at it that way too.
I'm pretty sure majority of people on my friends list is not kids. And I can't remember the last time I played a game with any of these motherfuckers that had headsets. Now I do have my select people that do have headsets. And these are the people that you would normally see in our parties. Nobody else I can really verify that they have headsets. Only kids on my friends list that I know is my son.
You were talking about making friends and whatnot. That's what you were talking about when
I was a kid playing online, I had a headset.
Yeah.
When Soldier was a kid playing online, he had a headset. And that's to the point now to where how the Xbox controllers made, you can use a phone headset.
Yeah, you can.
Because they got auxiliary jacks on them.
Yeah,
so I can't assume if it's 12 of us in this game, well, let's say we playing GTA. It's a mature rated game. I can easily assume that everybody in here should be an adult. Out of the 32 people in that motherfucker, I'm not saying they is. I said I can assume because it's a mature rated game. You supposed to be 18 and up to even own the game.
You should.
So if it's 32 people in there, and I'm assuming they all at least of age or around of age, you don't even have an excuse as a 16 or 17-year-old. You don't have no excuse not to have a headset because I guarantee you got an iPhone or Android smartphone.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
I guarantee you that.
That is true.
There's 32 people in GTA. I might only hear one or two people talk. Now, I'm not saying they don't have headsets. Some people might have headsets and don't even use them. Some people just don't have them. Or we got what the classic situation is, just people in their own parties. But if that's the case, why are you playing a co-op game with people that's not in your party? You playing a co-op game while you're in the party talking to somebody else. Mm-hmm. That don't make sense. It's times where I'm in the party and something is going on. I might get shot from the back. I might be playing tanks. I get shot, I get destroyed. I look from where I got destroyed from. If someone talking, I won't say anything. But if no one's talking, I'll say, give me a second, y'all. And I'll switch over to game chat. And I'll say, hey, y'all, I saw this come from over so-and-so. And I'll mark it on the map. And then I switch back to my party chat because in tanks.
But either way it goes, you still communicate. But we talking about the individual that is playing that co-op game. Say like it's tanks that you're playing. And it don't have to be Grand Theft Auto. It could be tanks. It could be basketball game, something like that. It could be any of those games. Who's to say that the person that you're playing with is not 7 or 8 years old? I know a bunch of 7 to 8 year old kids that's playing tanks and whatnot, and some of them's on my friends list. Some of them is my students that plays, and I give or take sometimes play with them, and some of them do not have headsets.
But this is not for them. This is for the majority of the people I play games with are not kids.
Okay.
Is there some kids in there? I'm pretty sure. But if I'm playing a game and there's 64 people, I can assume maybe 10 of those are kids. I give 10 out of these 64 people for this game as kids. And then what is a kid? Is it up to 14, 15? Because again, someone who's 16 and 17, you get ready to graduate high school, I can easily assume you have a smartphone, then you have a headset.
Yeah.
You have earbuds. Whether they wired or not, you have earbuds. That shit connects to your controller. It works. If you don't have a gaming headset or Xbox headset, you can use a headset. So if we talking about kids, then we only talk about people that's maybe 15 or less. The Xbox community normally goes from 16 to people in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
So majority of the gamers are not kids. Majority of them are these late teenagers or grown ass people. So I'll give a small percentage as kids in any game. If I'm playing tanks and there's 30 of us, I assume because 15 v 15 that maybe 4 of them are kids.
Okay.
I get 4 of them as kids out of the whole 30. The other 26, I'm assuming y'all either late teens or grown ass people, and none of y'all are talking. Why y'all not talking? In some way, shape, or form, or at least communicating in some way, shape, or form. It's irritating. Those of y'all who play Call of Duty, and we in the 6-man team or 10-man team, majority of y'all don't be communicating. Battlefield has had this problem since Battlefield 4, because it puts you in a squad, because it's 32 versus 32. You don't hear the whole 32. You can hear your squad that they put you in, which is like a 4 to 5 man squad. And people wasn't using their mics even back then in the squad. But it's a squad. We live based on each other. Of 4 people out of 32, and the whole other team has 32 people. No, I don't want to run over there by myself. If I see an enemy over there, I should be able to communicate with my team, but my team too busy, or my squad too busy doing whatever the fuck they want to do. I can't go take on a whole nother squad by myself, or a whole nother team by myself. That's why the fuck we have squads. But they ain't talking. So what the fuck can I do? It's not enjoyable. And then how you make new friends in a game when you don't communicate with the other players in your games that you play? How do you make new friends? Like, that's how my friends list got towards that today. By being in game, talking shit to people. Soldier was back there talking shit to people at fucking 13, cussing people out. They was reporting him like a motherfucker, trying to get his ass kicked off Xbox. He shouldn't have had a mic, but he had one. It was no excuse. He was like 13, 14 at the time.
Yeah.
This is how you meet people. This is how your friend just got to where it is. How do you continue to progress if you no longer even talk to the people that you play in the game with? You know what I mean? Like, majority of the time, people send me friend requests, and I don't accept it. I don't friend them back because I don't even know who the fuck you are. Never talk to you. I don't remember talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, I be playing tanks or some shit. Someone send me an invite. I don't know you.
Y'all
you ain't talk to me. Are you sending me a friend request?
The reason why I got a mic, so I can just harass people, get mad at people. If they do something, just go ahead and start cussing motherfuckers out.
You gotta stop.
Bitch, you can't play that way.
Yeah, you do be raging.
Yeah,
like
shoot.
GTA, you hate people touch your cars and shit.
It's definitely part of it. That's the only reason I play. Cuss people out.
Hey, because in real life you can't really rage like you do on the game. When you're on the game, it's a good feeling to explode to somebody you don't know and be like, well, hell, why is she talking to me that way, or why he talking to me that way? Hell, because I don't know you and I don't give a fuck about you. Kiss my ass, go to hell.
But to me, that's the best part of the game. Is the communication. Yeah. That's what make the shit fun and exciting. You playing the game, even if it's not with people that you know. It's the entertaining factor. You hearing somebody raging, you hear somebody cuss somebody out, like that should be funny. You cussing somebody out, you and the guy ribbing, like back in the day when we was on Modern Warfare 4, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare 2, when it was just full of racists and people was calling black people the N-words, and we was back there ribbing these motherfuckers and all types of shit about fucking they girls in the game, all types of shit. It was wilding back then. That's when it was a heyday. Microphones was a necessity.
I mean, you could even take it back before that. Like you mentioned earlier in the podcast that I haven't played in quite a while and just getting back into it. But when I was a kid, we would get groups together and like there'd be like 6 or 7 of us. You know, we'd have to take turns because we didn't have enough remotes for one system. But that was the fun. Like whatever game you're playing, you just dog each other while you're playing. That's fun. Community. So yeah, if you're with people online and they can't communicate with you, then what's the point? Might as well just play a solo game.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta play something where it's every man for himself. You play something that's co-op, which is normally a team-based, cooperative, meaning you need each other to finish or complete whatever mission you should be in there conversating at some point in time. Like you gotta do something, man. Like that's the fun in the game. And even if it's not, again, in Call of Duty, it used to be me and my guys. But we was talking shit to plenty of people. Talking shit to people on our team, on the other team. We get back to the lobby because you can hear everybody in the lobby. on both teams, when you're in the lobby before and after the game starts, if they lost bad, oh man, we talking shit to y'all.
But
Bitch
then
ass
you got
nigga, be
motherfuckers
fucking your
out there
girl,
that's
long dick style,
willing
the
to
whole
report
nine.
people for, just freedom of speech. I got banned a couple of times for just letting people know.
You get banned for sending people messages.
Yeah, I got banned for sending people messages. It's still
if I'm in game, yeah, but that's a different type of communication. That's more personal than me cussing somebody out in game. I'm playing. It's like if I'm playing GTA, which is a mature rated game, I can cuss you the fuck out. Understand that. This is an 18. There's even cursing in the game script because it's a mature rated game. I can curse you out all day, and you could cuss me back out, or you could just block me. And you ain't got to, you know what I mean, mute me. You know what I mean. You got to hear the shit that I got to say. But that's part of the, you know what I mean, the back and forth. If someone tried to report you, and I even came across my desk that I was reporting, I'm like, man, listen, we playing the grown folks game. That's not gonna work here. I just see you don't message.
You know, some people out there still work and say, "Oh, this person was using foul language,"
which is cool. I've been cussing people out since 2007 on Xbox, just on Xbox exclusively. I don't know if I've been reported or not, but I've never been banned. I've never had a ban or communication ban. I've cussed plenty of people out. Talk about sleeping with their girls, especially these white. Cover your ears, KDG. The white dudes back then, who's being racist. Talk about how y'all bought your Xboxes with food stamps. Oh man, I'm dicking your girl down. So and so, D-snapping on it, soldier snapping on it. We gonna, your girl love this black dick and the whole fucking nine. Oh man, we was wilding back then, bro. Wilding back then. If I was ever reported, I've never seen a ban.
You said cover your ears, KDG.
You talking about dicking down these white girls out here? I'm gonna keep it real with you. But it was a retaliation.
Send some of that over my way, not from you, but
it was a retaliation comeback. You know what I mean? They was being real racist. Talk about how black people even can afford Xbox Live, how we buy Xbox with food stamps and the whole. Now they was being real racist. They was being real racist back then. And
I know.
To keep it funky with you, I never reported nobody for it.
Me neither.
I never reported nobody for it. It is what it is. You talk shit back, my guy. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like it, you can block them. They'll automatically mute them. You don't have to hear them. Mm-hmm. But if someone's sending you messages, yeah, that's kind of harassment. That's harassment right there. Like they singling you out and sending you
messages. Because I said a whole lot of stuff without sending messages. And I had guys. I don't know what's wrong with you. Motherfucker, oh yeah, I can't believe she said that to me. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I said what I said. Yeah, you can kiss my ass. Matter of fact, you can lick the crack of my asshole and go. And matter of fact, you can lick inside my asshole and take the shit and have it sitting on your tongue. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. I just did.
Dudes have an issue with women talking to them like that, though.
I don't know what's wrong with Isha. Okay, y'all gotta forgive her, dog. Like, she know not what she does.
She knows what she does.
I'm keeping honest with you. But yeah, so that's my take on it, man. We got to get better as a community, and even in game, just for the fun factor. But also outside of playing the game, like we gotta do better so we can get a lot of the bullshit that's going on in games, get that shit out of games. But that's my 2 cents on that. We got a whack ass community. Hate to say it, but we got a whack ass community. Hopefully we fix that. We already initiated. You know what I mean? Check out We Already Initiated Club on Xbox. It's something that we aim to fix to get better communities going on here. So we finished with that topic. On to the next. Next is our life topic. Today's life topic. Okay, hold on. Let me get my joint so I can get my facts. No. Not my weed joint. You know I don't smoke. That's Katie.
What?
All right. 19 families buy nearly 97 acres of land in Georgia to create a city safe for black people. So all the families are African American at that, right? They hashtag welcome to freedom. Right.
That's a good
One of
thing.
the ladies that headed up says, "I'm hoping that this will be a striving safe haven for people of color, for Black families in particular." That's what Scott says. Right. This was by. It says it on here somewhere. It's under this
This
video.
isn't the
The
first
Freedom
time you
Georgia
did that.
Initiative in Wilkinson County, Georgia. So they bought it in Georgia.
Mhm.
How y'all feel about that? 19 families went in together, say, you know what? Let's go buy this, you know what I mean, and do our own thing. And they bought 97 acres. And they're gonna build, I guess, their own houses and whatnot on to start their own little small city.
I
Makes me
feel
sad.
it don't make me sad because you have. I'll tell you why. Because you have the Amish people that has already done that. They go to their own schools. They get, they their own police officer. They, do their own thing. Why not? I mean, okay, you created a separation that your ancestors the fault for you not to be separated, but this your own choice. Then hey, I'm happy with you. What am I to say? You know,
So here's why it makes me sad though. Is like I get where you're coming from and I get why they would do this. But the to
The
feel the
separation.
need to have to do this, that's what makes me sad. I
yeah,
don't want to live in a world where
It's
the
almost like
racial
just to piggyback on that, and then you can keep going. It's almost like going back into being segregated.
yeah,
that's what I just said.
yeah. So like I mean, I don't want to live in a world where the racial divide is as strong as it currently is. I want to be able to live in a world where we're a united front, where we are just
Mm-hmm.
people. I know that's not where we're at, and I know that is I don't have like blinders on. Like I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, I don't see color or some shit like that. You have to. We have to until that equality is truly there and that safety net is really there. But I don't like that we live in a world like that, so it makes me fucking sad. Like these families shouldn't feel the need to build a community where they're going to be safe with each other. They should just be able to be safe. And that sucks.
But as a, as I was saying, I'm with KDG on that. And like I said, that defeats the whole purpose of why Dr. Martin Luther King was fighting for that. Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, you go back to what's her name, Rosa Parks. To have the same the same goal as everybody else. To live free and not to be segregated. Oh, this is white Tony or this is black Tony. That don't sit well with me. Um, as far as like I said, if that's what they want to do, then go ahead. But don't come saying, "Oh, well, these people are racist because they won't let us work in their town, or they won't let us uh, use the bathroom." Hey, you decided to build your own community. You don't hear the Amish people fussing about it. So why should you? If that's the case, don't go to our stores. Don't go to our libraries or anything like that. If that's how you feel, build your own shit. Even if you have to build it with your bare hands, don't buy nothing that the community made. Do it yourself. Oh, got my blood pressure up. I'm sorry. Head on my
Mm. Somebody passionate, I see. Just FYI, anybody that want to look this up, if you haven't heard, the last names are Scott and Wilkinson, two African American women who helped put this together after they seen the what is it, Tom's Barrel? How do you pronounce that? Make sure I pronounce this correctly. Y'all remember a little while ago, well, not too long ago, probably it's been some months now for sure.
Mhm.
The town was put up for sale for like 1.7 million,
Mhm.
right? Toonsboro. I think that's pronounced like that. The town of Toomsboro,
Mm-hmm.
Toomsboro, was put
Yeah.
up for 1.7 million, right? And I guess they were interested in that once they saw that. But going into further detail, when they tried to reach out to get the information, it came out by the mayor, made it clear that the town as a whole was not for sale. It was like 17 businesses or something like that in the town was for sale, but not the town. They wanted a town, so then they went, and I think one of the ladies is in real estate,
Mm-hmm.
or at least she seemed to be when she made this move, and she found this land outside of Toomsboro for sale. She said it was a very, very good price. So she went in with her family and friends, or they brought to the table with their family and friends, and they got 19 together, including her own, and they bought this land, and they wanted to be not necessarily segregated. I mean, you are welcome to be there, according from what I've read, but it will be pro-black. You know what I mean? Like it's based.
So that's
The
segregation.
basis is being on pro-black.
I wouldn't say
Uh,
pro-black is segregating yourselves. I'd say pro-black is saying that we value our heritage, we value where we came from and what we stand for right now, but we're still welcoming of other communities. It
yeah, they
doesn't.
say.
Like people
I
like you
mean,
and me,
from what they say,
Yeah.
looking at the color of our skin and whatnot,
be,
but
be,
they still
because
people like you and me.
they say
If you
I've
go
gotten
ahead.
calls. Um, I've gotten calls um, from New York. I've gotten calls from North Carolina. I've gotten calls from California. Denson says we welcome business, and this is on amp.cnn.com. This FY, I'm reading from their article. Um, we from Denson says we welcome business. We want new people to come in. The thing that we want to make sure is that you promote and help keep the flavor of the community. Then it goes where's the whatchamacallit?
Is they
Um,
talking about all people, or is they talking about just colored people? You know, maybe Latinos can come, black folks. We know for sure black folks. This is pro-black. You talking about just black folks in general? But we talking about can people like KDG or people like
yes,
me
there's a
that
part in
looks
here
white but not.
that I'm looking for specifically for that, where they say, you know what I mean, outside, it seems to be like outside people are cool. They recognize that they're not 100% black themselves, that they are integrated, and I'm guessing they know their families better than we do. So it's not that no other race can't come in, because I'm pretty sure we're mixed with white. I'm pretty sure we're mixed with French. I'm pretty sure we're mixed with they. But that's what goes into what they're saying, though. You're welcome to come. Just know, you know what I mean, if you want to down the road, because they still got to build everything, is that it's really going to be pro-black. Like this is not. I mean, as it stands right now, all cities are white cities. All cities are white cities, and people just live there. This is what they're saying. Like, no, this is black. This is black owned. This is black ran. This is black. You know what I mean? If you cool with that, then hey, it's not that. Hey, man, look about your skin color. You ain't dark enough to live here. That's damn near like reverse racism. As far as black people know, reverse racism. Of course, there's no such thing as actually reverse racism. It's just racism. So I like it. It's messed again. Going off KDG, that is messed up. That it's almost like we got to segregate ourselves again just to feel safe, or
Mm-hmm.
not that we do have to do that. It's messed up that people feel like
They have to do.
they have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up. Like, nah, let's get our own, get our own people in so and so, because we can't trust America to be fair anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And the way
So,
they're being fair can be fatal. There's no do-overs, and these motherfuckers don't really care to even apologize for when they do something that's that unjust. So it's like, nah, we gotta go somewhere. It's almost like building
But
your own
you
continent
still
within
in
this continent.
America when you do. Okay, I get the fact that okay, y'all building your own community, but you're still in America. You still under the America law. When it's all said and done, you still under the America law. You
No,
still
the
have to
difference
buy.
would be the difference would be not only do we own the land, so we call the shots when you step on our land. Because down south again, there's places where you can still buy land. It's a lot of stuff you can't do in the northern cities because you get pulled over. Hey, you was going too fast on whatever so on so on, because it's city property. Down south, you come on my property, I make the rules because I own this. Now, with
I
that
own
said,
this motherfucker.
we gonna have not only just black houses and people. I'm assuming they gonna have the black roads, black state workers, or black city, or I say city workers, black city workers, or at least African American city workers, minority city workers. Let me just say that because they really don't go into detail again. It's a long way before they get to that point. Um, I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming it would be African American or minority law enforcement. You know what I mean? So it's not really the laws of America that's the most horrible thing in America. It's the people that's has to enforce the laws is where shit gets fucked up. It's not
Right.
that the police are police. That's the bad part. It's how they're enforcing the laws on certain people that they don't like. That's the bad part.
Mhm.
If it's the white people treating the black people a certain way, that's the fucked up part. Hey, if I got a ticket because I was speeding, give me my ticket. I'm not gonna argue with you. It is what it is. That's the law.
Mhm.
But when the white dude came up on me with his hand on his gun, so and so with an
Yeah.
attitude, that's something different. You know what I mean? You can enforce the law. The law is the law. Just the law would be the law there. It's just how the people that they
How
allow
you
to
approach
enforce certain laws would be different because it's going to be our own people that's doing it, and they hoping to get a better result than what we have going on now.
So I have a couple friends who know that I'm doing this podcast with you guys, and they want to know about the topics today and everything. So I know we don't have like phone lines or anything that people can call in, but I have one friend who just weighed in his thoughts and said that he believes that the biggest racial divide with us and the reason that people feel the need to go do things like this, like buy their own property and create this safe haven, is not so much because the majority of people are against minorities or that the majority of white people are against minorities, but that social media is the one ruining the possibility of a united front. It's a little off topic, but what do you think about that?
I don't. I don't think
Nah,
so.
I wouldn't
It's
say social
been like
media.
that. It's been like that. You know,
Am I
people.
wrong? Like,
It's
I
We
been.
look
could
at
come
things.
together.
It's been
You would have to see it,
suppressed.
Grace.
It's been suppressed for many years, and
Hmm.
it took that suppressed took place after Martin Luther King died. That's when people say, "Oh well, these people are upset. These people, they just lost a man that never hurt anybody. That man that didn't go for fighting the police back and whatnot. Soon as people start to fight back, and that goes for colored people, start to fight back. Like, oh yeah, they is pissed. So they decide, okay, well, we're not gonna call them a nigger in their face. We're not gonna do this in their face. We can do it behind their back. I won't tell you what I think about you, but I can do certain things that makes you know where you stand between me. But I won't say it because I know you're gonna go and get Al Sharpton or whoever else to come down. It'll be a whole nother thing. Now, since Trump got in the office, oh, I'm gonna say what the hell I feel. I'm gonna go ahead and do what the hell I feel. I can go ahead and follow a 17-year-old boy down the street and then follow him to the fact that he feel like you have what they call feel like he has to stand his ground, and then shoot him in the chest and act like I ain't did nothing wrong.
Hmm.
Or I could sit up there and pretend like I don't know that little boy has a fake gun and shoot him anyway and blame it. I didn't know it was a real gun. I didn't know it was a fake gun. It's been suppressed. It's been, now this time the black people knows, okay, let's go to social media and put this out there. On social media, people keep saying it's social media that's doing all this. No, it's been done. The social media just recorded to get it out there that this is what's happening. If I didn't have social media, if I didn't have my phone watching this man choke this man out just by sitting on his neck, they would have said, oh, well, he resisted arrest. No, you had somebody out there with their phone videotaping, oh, this is not what happened. Stop lying. This is not what happened. So people use social media as a platform to say this is what's really going on. And when people see and actually see that it's going on, we responding accordingly. Oh, this is wrong. This is not what you said in that report.
Mm-hmm. So I
So
think my take on the social media aspect comes from a different side of it. And I guess so when you originally shot back no right away, I was like, I wonder why. But I see your point 100%. I'm looking at it as a white person, and I feel like white people who are racist have found a bigger voice in being able to be racist through social media without getting the backlash that they would have had they done it in person at this day and age. And then that gives them more ground to continue being like that and find more people who are like that, and they can band together and they can grow their racist pods. So I think that social media is twofold. You've got it right that it has become a platform where we can show the world that injustices are really taking place. But then there's also the other side of it where there are so many small-minded people in little tiny groups who are then able to access each other through a social media platform and find other small-minded people who can agree with them and create their bigger group and become a bigger voice for this asinine treatment of other people.
But here's the thing. They saying it's never, like I said, it's never been suppressed because you still got the skinheads walking around. You still got the KKK. They've been around for years. The Aryan Brotherhood, they've been around for years. And we talking about before the black nationalists, the Muslims uh, the Black Panther. Now these people, they traded in their sheets for police gear. That's one thing that is pointed out. Oh, I see. I'm gonna pull this black person over because I know he got drugs. That's profiling a person. Oh, I know this person because he's wearing a hoodie. He look like he gonna break into somebody's house. Oh, I'm gonna follow him. I won't be judged by it because I'm white. But him, he look like a thug. He act like a thug. Guess what? He is a thug. Doesn't matter if he straight A student. Doesn't matter if he's thinking about going to college. Doesn't matter if he goes to church with his mother or grandparents. Doesn't matter. He's still black. He's still Latino.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want y'all to get y'all shit off. You know what I mean? Get y'all shit off. And I'm I was gonna say touch on something from both of y'all, but that might sound a little sexual, so I'm trying to think of a different way to say it.
What?
You know what I mean? But I got a response. Or at least something to add to both, right? To what Isha said and to the social media joint from KDG 1987's friend or family member, right? So racist in the racists in the U.S. has been here for a long time. They ain't going nowhere. Now, although the majority, or let's say a fair amount, I'm not going to say the majority because I don't know what percentage of white people, and by, again, white people, I mean like the upper class Caucasians who's super racist, how many of those people are actually racist of the white community. Right, there is very cool white people, just to say, you know what I mean? I know some, I serve with some, I work with some, I live around some. Cool. A lot when they cool, they cool. But you do got y'all knuckleheads that's in there that fucks it up, right? So with that said, although the people in the white community that haven't seen the racism or racist shit happening, Black people still have been seeing it and witnessing it and experiencing it on a daily basis. Social media, right? So let me say this first before I go into social media. The news has been perpetuating the stereotype that Black people has been a problem for a long time. Not saying that's all they do, right? Not saying that's all they do at all. But majority of their shit was built on, yeah, this hood, these drug dealers, these weed sellers, these motherfuckers breaking the laws, these so and so, so and so. It was extremely rare for you to see them report on a crooked cop doing some shit that they ain't got no business, but they've been doing it the whole time. They was doing it during slavery. They've been doing it since. Yet it's rarely seen. Social media made everybody a witness. When something happened, someone recorded it and uploaded, not only did that person witness it, now that you're watching it for yourself, you thousands of people, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, now y'all are witnesses to what's happening. It won't matter if they want to band together and get together. The fact of the matter is you lied about what you did, which is cool. You know what I mean? Now I just know where to keep you. Now, not only do I know where to keep you at arm's distance, your whole community now knows to keep you at arm's distance. So yeah, you can go band together with your people whose businesses are based on the Black community, right? But remember this when you go back and get your group together, that we don't support you. You might feel comfort now that you found more white racists. Won't change the fact that behind the scenes, your businesses is failing because ain't nobody fucking with you no more. Because this one witness who recorded and uploaded and your whole community saw you do the shit makes you look a certain way. Now, other people that's not of that way can't be seen with you. They don't want to be seen with you. I can't do business with you, bro. You know what I mean? They won't tell you that. Like, hey, yeah, I found other races so I can be racist with. But in return, my businesses are failing. A lot of my relationships are failing because people don't want to fuck with me now that they see the level of racist that I endure. Right? So this goes into the not only just people being racist, but also the police stuff. It had to be seen. There's been, for I don't know how long, of many years, of people denying the fact that the police even do the shit. It was a time where Black people were like, man, I went to jail for no reason. No, you did something. Like, no, I didn't do nothing. It was time before all the recording shit, right? When Black people, I ain't gonna say all, right? Because it means not everybody's innocent. The ones that was innocent, Black and the police officer got away with saying, oh no, the Emmett Till joint, oh no, so and so, he died. And then it came out later on that, oh, it was all a lie. The woman lied on me. Was that fair? That was a fatal move that happened. You can't get that back. The shit that y'all do, you can't take back. Yes, people are in jail on false charges. Not saying all. There are people in jail based on false charges. Right? There's people doing shit in the streets that's supposed to be upholding the law. And then because there's no witnesses, because there's no footage, they get away with saying, oh no, it looked like he was going for something, so I shot him. They've been doing that for a very long time. And people have been dying. And they just chuck it up on the news and say, hey, a drug dealer shot in the street. We don't know that to be fact. We just going off the person that lived, which is who? The police officer. Yeah, he was the guy who was selling drugs. So, you know what I mean? Looked like it was a drug deal gone bad and I shot him. But now a video comes out that says the dude was walking to a car and you tried to stop him. He just looked like he was hood, but he was perfectly in his right. Came out of the store and you shot him. You can't do that. So to me, the social media platform is putting things not necessarily in perspective, but it's just bringing a lot of light. Whether it's negative or positive, it's bringing on a lot of light on what the Black people have been going through. And although it's going to feed into some type of separation, which goes to what I think Katie Friend was kind of aiming towards. I wouldn't say that would actually happen, because if you look on the TV, a lot of black people's fucking with white people. That's one thing about black people. They know for the most part who's for them and who's not for them. As much as I see and would think like, oh man, but it's perpetuating a lot of stuff with just black people. I mean, white people are the enemy. As much as I could think that, in those same video, if I go to the next same video, I see a video of black people marching with white people with them.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of cancels out the fact that white people are the enemy. Now, who's the enemy? And now it's like a more narrow focus on who the actual enemy is.
Exactly.
I don't condemn KDG for what white people do, because I know KDG. I seen KDG. I seen her out there protesting. I seen her out there, you know what I mean, doing whatever the case was. So yeah, it would go. If that's all they saw, if that's all they uploaded, then I would get that point of the negative of white people doing stuff to black people. I would get that. But I see a lot of very positive things with white people and black people on cam doing shit together and fighting together against this injustice. I also got that before I seen that video when white people was out there and getting their heads bust. I was like, God damn, they treating you like you a nigga. The fuck? I don't know. Y'all gotta do something about that. You can't go up upside the head of an old white man. Nah, y'all going too far. And now I think that's where the community start to see, like, more of those. Okay, so going into my previous statement with, there used to be a denial factor of police doing, or law enforcement as a whole, doing things to minorities, where there used to be some doubt in the white community. Now that doubt is starting to subside. Now it's like, hold on, because we seeing it on TV. He didn't do shit. He didn't have a weapon. He gave up. His arms was up. He was laying on the ground. Y'all had him in cuffs. Like, what the fuck is going on? Now you can't be doing that. Now you'll see one video. Now it's 2 videos, 3 videos. The next day you got 5 more videos. Like, hold on. These motherfuckers been right the whole time? Y'all been doing this shit the whole time? You know how many people done died or went to jail based on y'all bullshit, if that's the case? We've been telling people this shit been happening for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years.
You just didn't have nothing to prove yourself.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, now the white people are like, nah, that's wrong. Let's go. You know what I mean? We got to get together and go. And then when they got out there together with us and went, and they started getting the trained treatment, because now those people, those same people are looking at you like, oh, you with the black people, so you a black person too, and treated you the same. I think that was one of the, and I hate to say that it was a good thing, but it was probably one of the best things that come out of it, because when the first white person got attacked by law enforcement on cam, that showed everybody like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like it's wrong to do that. You know what I mean? I seen it on cam. It's wrong to do that. Y'all shouldn't do that. And then you go out there to go help the guy, and the person go up to you. He's like, hold on. Nigga, you touching me? You know who the fuck I am? You thought he's a nobody. That's what you thought. Hey, that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm damn sure not a nobody for you to be putting your motherfucking hands on. So now they come in force like, nah, bro, you can't be doing that. And with that on cam and showing the black people and white people and Asians and Hispanics, it's not just blacks and whites that's out there fighting. So I don't want to make it seem like that's the case.
No, it's
you know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing. I see that more on cam, and I'm for that than me just seeing a black person get dogged out by. I really don't even watch those videos no more. To be honest with you, I don't want to see it. I've seen enough. Enough is enough. I would actually prefer to see the combination of our races in the streets or on whatever platforms fighting together. That's what I see a lot of. So as much as the segregation, I see a lot of togetherness too. You know what I mean? Like a shit ton of togetherness. And as far as white people finding their own racist people to be cool with, cool. You go do that. Go hide in your cubby hole. Because people don't forget. People don't forget. You know what I mean? You would have been cool being racist in a one-on-one situation. I know for a fact you're not cool being openly racist on TV. again, if you're a business owner or in business, what is it? Minorities make up 80% of the money spent in America.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be affected. Now that everybody in your community, whether it's your city, your state, your neighborhood, online, whatever the case, knows that you're a racist. They see your face, they see what you did, and when they stop fucking with you, you're gonna be looking dumb as a bitch. And it ain't gonna matter how many racist motherfuckers you got with you, how many little groups y'all got, how many cell groups y'all got. It ain't gonna matter because y'all all gonna be broke. Or motherfuckers gonna be looking for you. Openly looking for you. It's not cool that it even has to be like this, but y'all been in hiding far too long. Y'all been doing crooked shit for far too long. Behind the scenes, making up stories of lies far too long. And again, this ain't everybody. So I don't want anybody to put this on me saying, hey man, he thinks all white people are bad. It's not the case.
No,
He
that's
think
not
all law
what
enforcement is bad. It's not the case. Not the case
that's
at all.
not what we saying. Like I said, my husband is in law enforcement. I don't think every police officer out there is just out there. I don't believe it, but the majority of them is, you know.
The majority of law enforcement.
I get what KDG Friends is saying with the visuals and how it can look, but this is coming from an actual minority on top of that, and in my circle of people, and in our heads, being segregated is the last thing that we're thinking about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with white people for the most part. I'm cool with white people for the
And me
most part.
too. Don't think
But
that
wrong is wrong. I mean, you ain't got no choice. You have white, so you shut your ass up anyway.
Hey, what the heck? You know what?
But nah. I mean, like I get where they coming from though. I get why they would say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that media in general, not even limiting it to social media, perpetuates bad more so than it perpetuates good. And I wish that we could get a voice out there for like the good that's happening more so than the bad, because I feel like the more good you speak into the world, the better the world is. I know that's a little hippie of me, but
no.
But it's almost like a 2-for-1 though. Like if I see a video where police are running down protesters in the street, right? That's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I visually see that, like, bro, that's beyond not cool. But what I also see is the white and the dark and the white people in the streets together getting hit by the cars.
Yeah,
that outweighs in the long term what the negative. That positive right there. Because now when I look at that video, I don't say, man, look at that, another video of black people getting ran down in the street. Now it's just people.
right.
The police are treating people. Like it's almost graduating to the point where it's not just police doing this to black people. It's police doing this to people. That's the bigger, you know what I mean? I get the Black Lives Matter, all for Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about that. But that's what I'm getting, like, in that negative, I see a big positive on top of that. Like, so it's almost like a 2-for-1 with some of these videos. But I just get to the point, like, well, I've gotten to the point where I don't even watch the videos, to be honest. Like, it's just everyday thing and there ain't nothing new. And I don't want to visually witness somebody getting harmed, jammed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see someone get their head busted where they bleed. I don't want to see the old man get pushed down and his head hit the concrete. I don't want to see somebody get choked to death with the fucking knee on the back of their neck. Like, I don't want to see that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I want to see some fake, if I want to see some bullshit like that, I'll watch TV or a movie where it's fake. I don't want to see that happen in real life. I don't want to see someone take their last breath in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I don't want to see. I don't disagree with the uploading of it. I mean, I think that there are people who do need to see it and know that it exists in the real world, because if we just pretend like it's not in the real world, then we're just becoming oblivious to a real problem that exists. But yeah, I mean, for those of us who know that it exists already and we've seen it enough times, I agree with you. I'm tired of watching it.
Yeah, like it's there. If y'all want to see it, if you're new to a situation, you want to go learn about it, cool. For someone that's been here and then seen the first few, I don't want to see no more. You know what I mean? I wish that wasn't happening at all. But me, I'm good. Like, how many people you want to, you know what I mean? It's almost like watching snuff films. I don't fucking want to watch a snuff film. I want to see somebody get killed on TV, and you know what I mean? Like, for real, for real. But that's neither here nor there. But I get KDG's friend point though. But it's when I see the videos or when I have watched the video, it's not what all I took from it. It was kind of like that in the beginning, and keep in mind that it wasn't even in the beginning. It really wasn't black versus whites. It was really black versus the police officers who just they white. The majority of the police force was white. The majority of people that was doing the shit was white police officers.
Yeah,
you know
until we
so it
had
just
the
ended up
couple
being
where the black cops were in on it too, and they were laughing, saying that, oh, you know, it's gonna have to be a closed casket funeral and all that bullshit that happened with that.
So the visuals look like it was black versus white when in actuality it was black versus blue. And I think as this fight is going, it's going more towards black versus blue. Yes, white people, don't get twisted up. Don't let it get fucked up with what I'm saying. Because we still recognize that you motherfuckers is out there. You just in line. As soon as we finish with the blue motherfuckers, we coming back to you. You understand? So don't let what I'm saying fool you. Like, oh shit, yeah, it's off us. No, it's not. We know you there. You just been there. You gonna be there way after this fight. Wait your turn. As soon as we finish as America with the blue motherfuckers, we come back to you. But I think also part of the issue, where the fuck is the government at?
They want to be in everybody's business all the time.
In all honesty, like this is a fight that's going on. It's not city based. It's not state based. We talking about nationwide. Is on your side. Nationwide. Yes, governors and mayors should be trying to fix their situations on the level that they're at. There's a greater whole when it's across various states, right? The government need to be involved. Who is the fucking face of the government? I'm assuming it's not the president. That's speaking for y'all. Who was speaking for y'all on where y'all stand? Like, y'all need to be getting states in check. For states that mind you, there are states that's coming out doing whatever the fuck they got to do. I see them out there kneeling. I see the mayors and governors out there. Man, we firing motherfuckers. Cool. Is that your personal preference? Is that based on how you personally feel, or is that based on maybe somebody in the government coming to the states like, hey, all y'all, we need to sit down. This is a no go. Y'all need to do this. And if it's not cool that you mayors and governors out here doing what the fuck y'all got to do, but that's still on a minor scale because you only fixing it for your city. What about the fucking rest of the nation? You would think the government will have some type of say so, like, hey man, because we fund a lot of shit in the cities and states as the federal entity, nigga, we cutting your shit off. Some gotta change, bro. Like, y'all niggas gotta get y'all shit like in order. We gonna have to have internal affairs investigations on all you niggas. Like, we gonna have to come down there and clean your whole in-house out because y'all secure us. Like, the state is what secures outside of some type of war situation. Is what secures the states, stateside. Like, as far as the in-house of the United States of America, not the federal side. That's why you have police in the first place. That's why the military don't really get involved. It's not our place to. With that said, you niggas can't be doing the shit that y'all doing because there's no recourse. You can't be like, oh man, the police fucking up. Okay, bring them out, send other motherfuckers in. There is no other motherfuckers. It's only the police. So I would think the government could, like y'all can't afford to be having the shit that y'all got going on. Y'all got to fix that. Y'all got to fix that. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts of how to fix it now. Whoever the fuck you got to fire, you got to fire. Whoever ain't training people right, you got to go. This your captain. How many in-house situations you got? You fired. Fuck out of here. Governor, mayor, y'all let this shit ride? Y'all supposed to be cracking down? Get the fuck out of here. You going too. Fuck you talking about?
Everybody get the hell out of here.
We'd have another election.
We ain't about
we need to get other motherfuckers in here. We firing these motherfuckers. You crazy as a motherfucker.
We are the people. We supposed to be firing shit. We hired them. It's our taxpayers' money that they fucking doing this shit. How we gonna pay you to serve us and you destroying us? Fuck out of here with that. Mm-mm. We need to fire everybody. Fuck that bullshit.
You know what I mean? So I
Down
would
to the
assume
president.
that shit could happen. You know what I mean? From federal side, hey, who your governor, mayor? Where you at? Hey, what you doing about these situations? It ain't a situation. You have multiple situations on your table. No officer has been fired or forced to resign, suspended, or anything yet. What's going on with it? Oh, well, we didn't find any type of circumstances. Okay, cool. Where your office at? You got an empty box in there? Yeah, you pack your shit up. Fuck out of here. Hey, we need to bring somebody down to temporarily fill his position until we get somebody in here that's competent. This shit don't fly. It don't fly. We too busy worrying about fucking terrorist attacks and wars and shit to fucking be worried about this shit on your level. This is what we have y'all here for. If you can't do it, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas need to be arresting and dealing with real criminals. There's enough of them. You people are killing motherfuckers that ain't even did shit. Or that doesn't surrender to you all fucking ready. No, it's a no-go. That's murder, sir. The guy was in custody. He didn't fight back. His hands was up or behind his back. You had him in the vehicle and he died. That's murder. He was in your custody. He didn't do nothing. He couldn't physically do nothing. And it's 3, 4, 5, 6 motherfuckers here around him. That's murder. You going to jail. Your governor, mayor getting fired. These 6 officers, okay. Had them bring their badges in. They on the streets now. Have them come in, turn their shit in. You know what I mean? And you motherfuckers over here place their asses under arrest for fucking murder. Shit all over Facebook. It's on YouTube and shit. The fuck? I don't know how the fuck y'all been doing shit, but they ain't finna continue. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. The government needs to be involved. A federal entity needs to be involved. Like, you cannot have people go unchecked, and you cannot allow certain people to check themselves. This is why we in the situation that we in now. The shit been happening since slavery times, where police used to help fucking slave masters who, after even slavery got abolished,
I'll be back.
Used to help fucking chase down fucking people that was quote unquote in slavery. That technically wasn't in slavery no more, but down south didn't give a fuck about that. After that shit was abolished, they still had slaves.
So, kind of back to like the original topic, is there a way for minorities to kind of build their own community without literally having their own community? Is there a way to build, pro-Black businesses without having to truly segregate yourself into your own little secluded area like these families have done in Georgia? Is there a way to do that? Is there a way that we can bridge that gap without them having to physically remove themselves from the quote unquote white society?
It would be heavily dependent on the society that they're in. If we're saying right now that the police are part of the problem, and then you don't move to where they're not part of the problem, it wouldn't matter what you build when they still have the power over you to do, you know what I mean, fuckboy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can buy more stores in our community. Yes, we could try to buy more houses in our community. We can't own the land, especially in the city, though. You can't own. The state not gonna let you buy land, so you can't own the land. So you still have to go by regular city and state laws because it's their property, right? Who can fuck you over if they don't like what you're doing? I can raise your property taxes. I don't like what the fuck you're doing. I'm trying to shut you down. You know what I mean? Police come through there sweating you or your customers all the motherfucking time just based, hey man, yeah, it's just a lot of look like a lot of hoodlums up here and we be over there. We've experienced that back in the day. I've experienced that as a kid. The police would roll up on, hey, yeah, we got a complaint. It was a lot of
I said that
people
before,
outside. Didn't want to say black
America.
people because we looking around, we all black people. Didn't want to say black people. Yeah, there's a lot of black people. What's the call about? That we did something? Nah, it's just like a lot of people outside, but we can do that. But if law enforcement does that enough, then it makes people not want to go to that area. If they fuck with your store like that on a regular basis, it makes people not want to come to your store because they don't want to deal with that. So if you still build it in the community where you don't have the power, you can still get fucked with. I think they're doing that so they make the rules.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to build it in the environments that we already in, it's not to say that it can't work, but you won't have the power that you think you have.
Mm-hmm.
If it kind of makes sense.
In that, it's almost like if you stay in that type of society, you almost have to have a white man to back you to be your support, and they're trying to get away from that.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're just risking more because I'm putting more money out of my pocket into these, but what's going to be the outcome? That don't necessarily mean that my community will even be profitable because these motherfuckers can keep on doing bullshit because it's the white man that's behind my loans. It's the white man that's behind the police. It's the white man that's behind these laws. It's the white man that's behind whatever city or state sanctions that my business has to abide by. And at any moment in time, they can change some shit that the white people probably can afford to tolerate, but I can't. They raise taxes on this. The white people in here can afford to tolerate it, but I can't because I'm just up and coming. We don't have the amount of money it would require to properly build in our community and not be fucked with. If
And
I had a certain level of money,
when you say we, you mean the community, not like an individual, because there are a lot of white people who take that as like, oh, you're saying, oh, all white people have money. But no, not all white people have money. But the majority of white people, when you come together, there is a more collective monetary value than if you have a minority.
It's on both. I could be in the hood, right? I could be in the hood as an individual. We're going to talk about the individual right now. I could be in the hood as an individual. And let's say I'm worth about 50 million, 40, 50 million, even low 20, 30 million. Police can fuck with me. I can guarantee you on my road to get that money that I had, it wasn't just sure luck. I've got contacts. I probably know the mayor because I'm probably bring a lot of money to the city. I probably know the mayor or the governor or whatever senators or aldermen in my area. The police fuck with me. I got contact that's above his head to check him. When you don't have that contact because you never went that road to even get that money to get them contacts, and you get fucked with, you just gotta tolerate it. Because what can you do? What can I do? Call the police station? Where his people at? Talk to his captain? I'm pretty sure he knows that this nigga has a jacket that ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? What can you do? So even as an individual, yes, you can have a certain level of money and you can negate that whole thing right there. But most black people don't have that level of money. Most black communities don't have that level of money. That's how you could go to certain white communities and the police won't fuck with them at all. Even though they doing shit. Police won't fuck with them at all. Because financially, it's not conducive for them to do so. That nigga could probably get me fired. That's how the police gonna think about it. I know that nigga throw parties with the mayor, with the governor, who's that nigga boss. I know he's donated money to the police force and to the so-and-so, to the Blase Skippy. At that point in time, you got more power than that police officer. Or police officers with an S. You know what I mean? That you can get away with a lot of shit in your neighborhood because of that.
The only reason I brought that up is because for any of our white listeners who might hear the white privilege in that talk, there's a real thing to white privilege, and it's not just saying that all white people have, a privileged lifestyle that they can notice, but
no, when people talk white privilege, for you white people out there, just a side note off KDG, just a side note, it's not necessarily financial based. Know that. When we say white privilege, we're not even saying that you got money. We saying the color of your skin grants you rights or immunity to a whole lot of shit that you don't have to go through. Just based off the color of your skin that you don't have to go through. Don't mean that you got money. We were talking about this the other day. With PJ, the white dude got pulled over. He was arguing with the police dude. He trying to get back into his car. Police dude grabbing him. He pushing the police dude back physically, like hard, pushing him back, trying to get back in his car. Police dude trying to run up, grab him, get him back out the car. He got out the car, chased the police dude around the park.
Resisting arrest.
Yeah, he didn't do none of that. He chased the police dude around the car. This is a white dude. The police is white. He chased him around the park. Police has turned his back. He's running. He's running from the white dude. The dude got tired of chasing the police. He turned around. He ran to the police car because his door was open and hopped in his police car. What we saying is a black dude would have been shot.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have been shot. There's no way he would have shoved the police 2 or 3 times, let alone chase the police officer. In the open. This is daytime. There's a video. There's no way it would have happened. He jumped in the police car. Nothing happened still. I don't even remember, now that I say he didn't do it, I don't even remember the dude pulling his gun. But if there was a black guy, he'd have been shot already. So as he pushed his hands on him, oh, that's police assault. Bop, 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 bop. It could have been over just that easy. Just that easy. That's what people talk about white privilege. You know what I mean? Like, the black guy wouldn't survive that at all. Like, we gotta be above board on everything, or it's gonna always be a problem. Y'all can get away with a whole lot of shit, and I'm not saying this is all y'all. It's mainly the Caucasians. It's not necessarily every white person.
You gotta define what you're talking about by Caucasian. I know what you're saying, but not everybody does.
Well, y'all know white people got a higher authority in their ranks. What I consider to be Caucasians. Caucasians are the ones with the true money and power. White people have a certain level of leverage based on a skin color. This is all my personal opinion, just based on a skin color. But at any moment, they could get knocked back down to you ain't shit, just like a minority, based on the Caucasian, right? Henceforth, Caucasians do this shit in their races a lot. There was a lot of Caucasians. There was a lot more Caucasians pre this social media shit where all this shit was happening to black people being shown. When the people went in the streets, right? Then pause that. Back in the day, it used to be if you had any level of blood in you that was a minority, you was considered to be a minority. By white people. Not even by black people. By white people. Oh, you what black? Oh yeah, you black. Oh, why you got curly hair? You mixed? Oh yeah, you black. And they would treat you as such. Right? This goes into that. Once these certain white people were seen in the streets with black folk, the Caucasians looked at you as a minority. So they treated y'all as such. Because you shouldn't have been out there to them. Now you a traitor. White people are like that. White people are like black people with fair skin. They can get by to a certain degree based on their skin color. Because they are white and they probably do have a certain level of privilege. But I can't say not every white person that I know is better off. They probably in the same level as black people or Hispanics or Asians. They just got fairer skin. So you would assume like they got some type of white privilege going on. But that's not everybody. Black people do acknowledge that. Not all white people, we talking about this is included with the Caucasians, not all white people are on a higher level than minorities. There's a nice size proportion of the white people that's considered to be minorities. White person with a felony is a minority. They gonna get treated as such. White person that was born in trailer park is a minority. You gonna get treated as such. There's a lot of white people that stay in the hood. Y'all gonna get treated as such. It is what it is. It's just like you just never made it to be. You never made it to be Caucasian. You know what I mean? Like you was there. Hope? Yeah, you know what I mean? We gave it to you. You just have the to get there. You know what I mean? So now you just white. They do have a higher rank though in whites. The Caucasians is the people that truly run the shit. They distinguish themselves from whites. Like if you didn't know that they have, like it's a very big difference. We also have that in the black community. I don't think it's not a term for it, but we do have an upper class of black people that's made it that look at black people like oh, you're black people. And if you don't know the meaning of what I just said is wrong, you'll get that if you listen to it again.
Look at Oprah.
Higher up black people looking at black people like, oh, you're a black people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Caucasians looking at the white people when they do something like, oh, you white.
They ain't looking at
because you're not
black people
Caucasian.
saying, oh, they
You
black
white.
people. They looking at them saying, oh, look at these niggas.
Yeah, because we would never do that. That's a white thing. That's how Caucasians looking at it. Oh, he does. Oh yeah, we would never do that. He wearing what with his pants rolled up? Yeah, we would never do that. He's white. Because Caucasians don't identify themselves as white. They Caucasian. There is an upper level class of black people who have that mentality. I don't know what the term is, what they call themselves up there, but they look down or at black people and they do stuff like, he's being black again.
African American.
Look at these black people over here. Not just look at our people because we're black. They distinguish the, you know what I mean? Listen to what I'm saying. A black person, oh, that's black. A white person look at another white person, oh, that's white.
Mm-hmm.
He or she is saying in the identifier like they're not of that color. That's the Caucasian. That's how you know a Caucasian. Oh, he's doing. Oh, that's white. Because he's identifying that he's not white. You over there doing white shit. I'm not doing that because I'm not white. But that's neither here nor there, man. Listen, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Anybody got any closing arguments or anything they want to add? Going out. Hopefully everything get better, man. Again, white people and some of you Caucasians who do recognize the difference. It's just a FYI, you know what I mean? We as black people do recognize that you're out here, and we do see what you're doing out here in the streets. Those that's actually out here fighting for the purpose of a better America. We do see y'all. We do notice. Just don't want you to think that we don't see or that we do still group you all together. We know there's a difference. You understand? We know there's a difference.
Yes, we do know it's a difference. I'm just going to say, take care of yourself, take care of your friends and each other. Be cool.
Oh, and quick on the ladies, it was a Wilkinson and Scott who bought the land. You know what I mean? Applause. Congrats. You know what I mean? On the big move. You know what I mean?
What you looking for?
I can't recall anybody black like running or owning an entire city.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever happened. But, I mean, it could have.
Praise
I don't really know the history like that. So
had about a Honda. Amen.
Don't mind her. She been drinking a little bit earlier. I apologize. It is a good Sunday. You know what I mean? The Lord's Day. So she was celebrating early.
Yes, Lord.
With a little bit of tequila. But
I have not been drinking no damn tequila.
I got a little offended by that. What?
Any closing words?
Yeah.
I didn't say shit. Don't bring my name into this.
No. Because we closed out the podcast. This is the end. You got any closing words to the people? Anything to say? Anything you want to add to any one of the two arguments before we go out?
I mean, white people just get your shit together. Black people, I love you.
Get your shit together too.
Well, I'm not gonna say that, but I love you. I love you guys.
We love you all. Like I said, take care of yourself and each other. Respect yourself. Respect each other. Mm-hmm. Stop all this nonsense. Young men, pull your pants up.
No.
Young ladies, act like ladies. Till then, I reap a dirt cheap.
Now, for real though, hold on. My closing piece. For real though, my closing piece is going to be white people. If you have any doubts in your mind, educate yourself on stuff that's not taught to you in school. Look stuff up, research it, figure things out on your own. Don't believe the media all the time. Don't believe the textbooks. Look shit up. See where people come from. See why people are afraid of some white people and police and that for that matter, and get your facts straight before you want to argue with somebody about what has happened or what hasn't happened, and just become educated.
That's right.
All right, so shout out to
Right.
KDG 1987 and Ronisha 02. This have been the fourth episode of We Are the Initiated, and best believe that we are the initiated. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. Peace out.
Bye.